What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're rocking the JJRC H66, the XMAS EGG Drone. It's a G-sensor remote control drone. What does that mean, G-sensor? G-sensor means gravity sensor. It's not going to be your typical transmitter. It's going to be using a transmitter that uses motion for the direction of the drone, which way it's going to fly. We'll look at that momentarily. If you follow the channel, I reviewed a couple other drones probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Also both made by JJRC with the same remote. So if you follow the channel, you're familiar with it. Anyways, we'll get into that, like I said, momentarily. I was hoping that the XMAS EGG here was going to arrive before Christmas. Unfortunately, we just missed the mark. It's New Year's Eve right now. Happy New Year's to all you guys, by the way. And we're doing the unboxing here. And I've actually already done the test flight. I took it out yesterday for an indoor test flight at the shop, which you're going to see momentarily. And then this morning, the rain let up for a little bit, so I took it out in the yard to test out the camera and how it flies outdoors. I'm excited to show you guys that, so we're going to keep this part quick. Anyways, looking at the box here, guys. We got it in red there. You can see it on there. Merry Xmas says right on the front. And you also can get it in green, and it's showing a picture of your gravity sensor remote right there. Other than that, nothing else on the box we need to look at. I'm going to get the box opened up. We'll see what was in the box, and then we'll get and check out those test flights. Alright guys, so everything that was in the box is now on the bench for us to take a look at. We've got the XMAS EGG manual here, showing your parts list. We're showing the functions of all the buttons there. It does take 2 AA batteries, by the way. Safe flying practices and your QR code to access the app. You're going to need that app to use the camera. So for any pictures or video, you must have the app and be in the app to access those functions. You'll see that a little bit later in the video. You also get the AR Master Shooter, little online game here. You scan that QR code. This comes with pretty much every JJRC drone that I have, at least. You got 4 spare props there. You got a metal prop removal tool. You have your G-sensor H66 here. So here it is, the XMAS EGG Drone. It's kind of cool looking, decorative. It's probably the only drone that I could probably sneak into the house and put on the shelf at Christmas time. I was hoping this was going to arrive before Christmas, but it didn't. Oh well, we're here now, and we're doing it. So this one, power buttons on top. You have a little charging port right there, 1-cell charging port, and the charger for that is right here. So you get that little 1-cell charger that you charge with USB. To open the arms up, it's supposed to be this button here, and some of the arms open. I've noticed other reviews that they mostly had difficulty, and once you use it a bit, they start to kind of wear in a bit, and they start functioning properly. So there it is, guys, opened up. Inverted props on this one. I don't know if you guys can see in there or not. Yeah, you can see there's the battery. So it comes with a 300 milliamp hour 1-cell battery, and then there's the there it is. You can kind of see it in there, the flight board right there, and the little camera, 720 camera right there, little pinhole camera. So with this drone, guys, you're going to get, I believe, around 6 minutes of flight time with it, and you're also going to get about 50 meters of range with it, is what they advertise, and 30 meters of FPV range with the camera. You have your power button on top here. You just hold that down, and you can see we have some blue and some red lights in there. This thing's quite bright at night, actually. I had it in the dark last night taking a look at it, and it was it lit up pretty good. Now with the transmitter, I'm going to throw a picture of the transmitter on the screen so we can look at the functions together. The first thing you want to do is when you're calibrating this, turning it on, there's your on switch, by the way, right there. You want to keep it like horizontal like this, because it's going to calibrate. So we're going to turn it on, and then you're going to go up and down, and then the drone is going to bind. So see, the lights have stopped flashing. It's bound now. Now the button on the far right hand side here, that's your calibration button. Here's where it's very important to keep it horizontal. You hold that button down, it beeps, and you wait for that drone to stop flashing again. Now it's calibrated, and that calibrates not the drone, but it calibrates the transmitter here. Speed button, and this is not shown on the picture, but it's right there. And you can hear 3 beeps. That means we have 3 rates of speed on this one. You've got your joystick right here. So this is how you're controlling up, down, and then you're controlling your yaw right and your yaw left. So your yaw and your your height is controlled by the joystick. Now to automatically take off, to start the props, you would push this down. You just click it. And you can see the props, they start up. Now if we want to turn those off, you just pull it down like that. Now if you were in the air and you wanted to do an automatic landing, you would just push that button like that. And that would bring it down and it would land. Alright, so we know what our calibration button is right here. This one is your emergency stop button right on the very bottom. So if you're flying and there's an emergency, you're going to hit something or you're losing control, you can hit that button and the drone's going to drop out of the air. Now I'm not guaranteeing it's going to survive that drop, but you may need that option. I've never needed it, but if you do need it, if there's something you're going for something that heading for something you just don't want to hit that emergency button. Alright, the top button here, this one is your headless mode right there, the top button. And your left button here, this is your light button. So you can see you can turn the lights on and off. And actually during my flight during the day here, this morning outside, I turned them off. Figured, you know what, you're going to get that little bit extra flight time. Not much, but a little bit extra with those lights off. Just something less that's draining the battery. And that's all the functions of the transmitter other than to move it. So you're holding it horizontal, and I'll go sideways like this. So if you're going forward, you push down on it. Want to come backwards, you pull up. You want to go right and you want to go left. It's just a twist of the wrist either way. Guys, we got the JJRC H66 XMAS drone in the shop for its first test flight. Let's get to it. Powered up with the button right there. I'm going to stick it on the floor in front of me here. You can see the lights are flashing there. We're going to take our controller, we're going to turn it on, and we're going to go up and down on the stick. It's going to start flashing. Stopped. We are bound. Now we're going to hit that calibration button right there while holding it horizontal. It is now calibrated. Push that thumbstick down, start those motors, and to go up, we're just going to go up. And there we go. And it's super easy to fly, guys. You just pull back to come backwards, forward to go forward, right, you just kind of twist your wrist right, left, twist your wrist left. Up and down is just the thumbstick here. Rotation is the thumbstick. Let me show you. That's all there is to it. Now we do have 3 speed rates, which we're going to definitely check out here. I have a few of these drones, all by JJRC actually, that have this G controller, so this is not new to me. I actually quite enjoy it. Let's get that thing into second rate and get it back here. Once you get used to it, it's kind of fun to fly the drone this way. Now if we hold it straight like that, should give us a bit of hover. There we go. And our second rate yaw is not too bad. Let's try third rate. Okay, a little bit better. I'm going to put it back down to second rate. Let's fly it around a bit. We're supposed to have up to 50 meter range with this thing. Bring it back this way. Actually not too bad, guys. Not bad for a flying egg, huh? Now it does have a camera. We may get to look at that camera. You guys know how I feel about these toy grade cameras. I'm not the biggest fan, but we may take a look at it. It handles really well, very responsive to the controls. Quite impressed. All right, third rate. All right, guys, well, that's a first. I just hung it up in the power box up there. All right, well, I'll be back. I'm gonna have to go for a recovery mission. Oops. All right, guys, we got the H66 back up in the air. No damage done. Let's continue on with the flight. That was my bad. I wasn't really paying attention to which direction I was facing.
But like I said, no damage done, and that was a first for me. I had never stuck it into the power box before. I usually hit the pole. Nice yaw right there. We're on third rate, by the way. Now, we're not able to do any flips or tricks, but I believe in the app, and again, we might see about having a look at that. I believe we're able to do flips if we're connected to the app and using the cell phone as a remote. Definitely a fun little flyer, guys. Like I said, it does respond nicely to the controls. We'll bring it back, get a nice look at it straight on here. And there we go. Looks like LVC is kicking in. So we get about 5 to 6 minutes flight time with this. I'm going to keep it low, and we're going to see how long our LVC actually is and whether it auto lands. If you wanted to auto land on your own, it's the same as when you fire up the motors. You just push that button, push the joystick down. I'm going to stick it in first rate, which is exactly what I was in. And then keep it close. I don't want to go too high. We know the battery is running out. I might go quickly charge it for a few minutes. Oh, there we go. Automatically landed there. And there it goes. The XMAS EGG. Actually, it's flying decently, and we do have a bit of a breeze right now. Like I said, we're going to test out the camera. Let's put it up a little bit. Some height in. Looks pretty cool actually up in the sky. I personally like these gravity controllers. Not that I'm gonna fly long distance with it or anything, but just for it's kind of something different, something fun. I thought I lost it there for a sec, guys. There we go, we're bringing it back. One thing I've learned, guys, your drone's out of sight. Don't panic, stay calm. I honestly thought it was going in the neighbor's yard there. Alright, let's just let it hover there for a sec. I'll put it in first rate. And this is a tough part if you want to use the camera. Oh, there we go again. The wind's taking it a bit. Let me bring it back in here, guys. I don't really want to land it because the ground is wet. I'm going to turn the video off now. We got a couple minutes of video there. And I want to take a couple pictures. Alright, let's take a couple shots here. Oops. Keep it away from the tree. See if we can get a shot of myself. I'm not sure if I'm even in the frame. I don't think I am actually. That's the difficult thing, guys, with these gravity drones. If you're not flying it with the phone, you're not able to do any camera functions. Alright, let's just take another picture.
Guys, you just saw the indoor and outdoor flight reviews. We'll start with the indoor flight review. I was just messing around with the drone, testing out the functions, getting the feel of it. It handled great on the indoor. As you saw, I got it hung up there in a pretty awkward position. You're going to see what I did to get that one down. Not spectacular, but still, I had to get it somehow. And then on the outdoor flight review this morning, it actually did all right. I was actually quite impressed. I thought I was going to lose it there, as you heard in the video. I was able to bring it back. In third rate, it did quite well, and there's a little bit of a breeze out there, so But when I had it in first or second rate, the wind was pushing it around a bit. You guys saw the camera. It's actually not that bad a quality. There's no stabilization, but for what it is, the picture actually was decently clear if you can ignore the fast movements of the drone. And the pictures themselves, well, again, they were what they were. I don't typically use the cameras on these drones, so for me, I'm more focused on how it flies, and I thought it flew great. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this one up for right now. You want to grab one of these for yourself, or maybe even a few of them, and get a head start on next year's shopping? Now's the time to do it. We're a few days after Christmas. Everything Christmas related is on sale, including the XMAS EGG Drone, which is on clearance right now. Last time I checked, it was right around 10 bucks, which is a great deal for this little guy. We're going to leave it at that, though, guys. You like this video, make sure you get a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate hit that subscribe button before you head out. And remember, don't be a stranger. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.